During the holiday season, there are certain environments where you're not sure what to do regarding gift giving. Although you may not exchange gifts at the office, the neighborhood open house, or with the moms in your playgroup, it's nice to be able to create just a little something to let them know you're thinking of them this holiday season. Today I'm going to show you how to create a quick and easy Nugget pillow box. Let me show you the tools and products you're going to need for this technique. You're going to need some labels, and the kind of labels that I use are the ones from Staples, and the label size is 1 inch by 2 5/8 inch. You can also use Avery labels or any other kind of brand. As long as they're that size, they'll fit perfectly around the nuggets. You're also going to need a piece of white paper, and I'm using the Pure Luxury 80-pound cardstock in pure white. You're going to need some ink pads. I'm using a vivid red, the brick color. I'm using the Colorbox Gold Metallic pad, some sponge daubers. I'm also going to use a Versamark pad, an anti-static pad, and some clear embossing powder. You're also going to need some glue dots, some scissors and ribbon. You're going to need some sort of circle punch and some sort of coordinating circle stamp to go with it. Then, in this case, I'm going to use a snowflake stamp, and the stamps I'm using are from the new Holiday Cheer Stamp TV kit. And you're going to need one of the pillow boxes from the Stamp TV kit, and this is the small one. And then 3 Hershey Nuggets, and I'm using the milk chocolate with almonds with the gold labels. To begin, we're going to make the labels that will cover our Hershey Nuggets. So, because I'm going to emboss them, I'm going to begin by using an anti-static pad, and I'm going to rub the anti-static pad all over the face of the labels to make sure that I don't get any oil or anything on the surface of my labels. Then, using a Versamark pad and a snowflake rubber stamp, I'm going to randomly stamp these snowflakes all over the labels, and I'm going to overlap in between labels, and that's okay to do. That'll give them a really nice finished look. And I'm going to make sure that I go just a little bit outside the lines. Because you want that edge to be finished, and it always looks more finished when the stamp kind of extends outside the lines off the edge. Now I know it's hard for you to see exactly where I'm putting my stamped images because it's hard for a watermark to appear on the camera. But when you're doing this live and in person at your own stamp table, you'll be able to see exactly where you're putting your watermark ink. Okay, so for the next step, we're going to use some clear embossing powder. And I'm going to get a piece of scratch folded paper and sprinkle clear embossing powder. I'm using the Ranger Ultra Fine Super Fine Detail because the snowflakes are very, very delicate and I want all of that detail to show up. So now, I'm not sure if that'll pick up well or not on the camera, but you can see that just the snowflakes are covered with embossing powder. And I'm going to put this back into my jar. Okay. All right. And now, using my heat tool, I'm going to heat up the snowflakes until they get nice and shiny. And it doesn't take very long. You don't want to overheat them. You'll see them shine up right away. And that's going to give me a nice backdrop for my ink. This technique that I'm doing right now is called Emboss Resist. You may have seen our other Stamp TV video episode on this. Alright. And now that all of those snowflakes are embossed, I'm going to take some of my brick red vivid ink and a sponge dauber, and I'm going to ink up the sponge dauber, and then I'm going to press red ink all over those labels. You can also do this with a brayer, and a brayer will give you a little bit of a smoother look, and the sponge dauber will give you a little bit more of a textured look. Now you can see everywhere that there are snowflakes that the ink is resisted